Alright, this is phase 6 of how to replace a standard garden tub with a walk-in tile shower. This phase we're going to be looking at tile and grout installation and then finish up with some before and after pictures from the entire project. So I've already laid the tile floor here. We laid it the previous day so that it'd have about 24 hours to set up and dry good before we're in here walking on it. So I don't have video footage of getting the floor laid, but I'm kind of demonstrating here what I did. So we took these bigger pieces that are connected with the netting on the back and then cut some smaller pieces that would fit in to the grooves there against the edge. So we'd laid the bigger pieces first and then come back in behind it with the smaller pieces and fill that in. So we basically put our thin set down on the shower pan, put our grooves in it, come back and laid the tile. And you can see there around the drain we had to piece it a little bit. So now that we have that piece in, today we're going to start with the wall tiles and get those put in as well. So as you can see here on the bottom, I've already got my edge laid as well with our border going around, and then I used the bullnose tile to come up the edge here that's got the finished end that will be seen on that left hand side there. So I've tried to get some of the smaller pieces finished up here, and the wall tile will fit right into that trim piece on the inside as well. So if you can see right here, it's kind of hard to tell. I might get a little bit closer here in a second. I went ahead and laid the second row of tiles first. I wanted to leave that bottom row to the very end, and you can see these tiles are setting on some finishing nails right here to keep them from sliding down before they completely dry. So we leave the very bottom there to the end, and there you can see the thin set on the back with the grooves put in it, and then getting it pushed up onto the wall. So real quick, we leave the bottom to last in case there's any miscuts or something that goes on. We know that the bottom is going to be sloped a little bit because of our sloping floor, and we want those cuts to be put in there at the end instead of being at the top. So once you kind of get 2 rows going with your tiles offset from one another, it gets pretty easy from there. So you can line everything up. So your first 2 rows are your most important, and then it goes pretty quick. Not quite as quick as a jump there, but you kind of get the idea. The purpose of this video is not really to show how to lay tile or grout necessarily, but more to just kind of demonstrate the process and step-by-step order that I went in to complete this project. So after the tile was there, we came back in and put grout in between all the grooves. Now I'm applying the grout sealer. Kind of helps it to keep from cracking, from getting mold and mildew on it, stain resistant. And so I used this bottle with a little brush tip to do all the wall pieces, and then I poured some of it into a cup and using an old toothbrush to kind of go back and get that into the grout between these pieces really quick. So that's supposed to last for a good while. I'll probably do it 1 or 2 times a year. And then here we see kind of some beginning to end pictures. This is what was originally there. Some of the things we went through as we tore out the garden tub and started putting the cement fiberboard as our base all the way around. The initial shower pan with a floor pan liner there. Then we have our waterproofing material that goes up over our fiberboard. And then as you can see, the tile going in, we have just the bottom row and the inset there, and then a couple pictures to finish up with the finished project. So definitely a worthwhile project. Took a lot of time, but definitely increased the value of the bathroom and definitely a lot more room to shower.